The Oculus Quest is often coveted as a great budget option for VR. Not only do you get one of the best standalone VR experiences out there, totally eliminating the necessity for a PC, but you have the capability to, with one cable, play the best VR games available with a PC. More features like basic hand tracking have come to the Quest as well, and it's really just turned into an easy choice for anyone getting into VR for the first time. It's a good bang for the buck headset. Now, for a variety of reasons, the Quest has been pretty much sold out for a while now. One of those reasons is that it's a pretty good price. For $400, you could be at home in VR playing Beat Saber. But I've been thinking, there are lots of accessories that all of these companies are trying to sell you. I mean, a lot. What if I put together the most ridiculous, overpriced, and over-accessorized Quest physically possible? So here it is, the XS Quest. Total between everything, I managed to turn a $400 headset into almost a $1,000 device, and it wasn't that hard to do. Everything I put on is meant and marketed by the companies to fix one design flaw of the Quest or another. So really, if I put everything on this, the XS Quest should be the perfect headset, right? Well, we'll get into that. Let me start off with the headset itself. This is an Oculus Quest with 128 gigabytes of internal storage. It's the exact same headset as the $100 cheaper 64 gigabyte version, just with double the storage. And I'll say flat out, I have every game I plan on playing or that I play regularly installed, and I hardly even have 40 gigabytes of storage used. In my opinion, if you're just playing games or plan on using the Quest as a dual PC and standalone headset, you only really need the 64 gigabyte version. Maybe if you throw a lot of video or other downloads on there, then you'll opt for the more expensive option, but this choice results in my $400 Quest costing $500, and I'm not even going to use the storage. So we're already at $100 more than we need to be from the stock Quest. Next, we have, in what my opinion is a must-have for hardcore Quest users, the HTC Vive Deluxe audio strap. This $100 accessory fixes so many issues right out of the gate with the Quest. The crappy built-in audio head strap is replaced with better on-ear headphones that have a perfectly length and positioned 3.5mm headphone jack. You might say that the Quest audio really isn't that bad, and I'd kind of agree. It does the job. You can hear things. But as soon as you put on a pair of real headphones and play a game, you'll notice how much better the experience is when you could actually hear. Now, take that to the next level and remove the struggle of messing with cords flopping around the headset, and you'll see why from a pure audio standpoint even, I'd recommend the Deluxe audio strap. And I haven't even touched the comfort. I personally find the Quest to get really uncomfortable after a few hours of usage. This is mostly due to all of the headset's components, battery, processor, cooling, everything being at the front of the headset. Compare that to something like the Index or CV1, where balance was stated multiple times to be a huge part of the design process, and you'll see why things are just a little wacky here. The headset is just not balanced, and it was designed that way. I know some hardcore Questers are going to say one of two things. Either one, it's not that bad, or two, just counterbalance it with a battery bank forehead. And to the first, I'd say if I put this on for 4 hours and I put this on for 4 hours, I'm just gonna have a straight up more comfortable experience with this one. Things are relative. And for the counterbalance, we'll get to that in just a minute. But the Deluxe audio strap does in fact make the weight distribution over your head just feel a little bit better. It's just a great mod. People have called this the Frankenquest, and you used to have to buy a D-loop, extra Velcro, and pretty much jerry-rig the whole thing to work. Nowadays, there's this fancy Etsy seller that sells 3D printed brackets that hold the audio strap almost like it was made for the Quest, and installation is pretty easy within a few minutes. If you do go this route though, I 100% recommend that you throw one loop of electrical tape on the middle of the sides. If you don't, you'll see what happens. Just do it. So all in all, for the Deluxe audio strap, we're adding $100, plus the $20 for the 3D printed pieces, which is actually cheaper than all the Velcro you needed to buy in the first place. I will say though, your Quest will no longer fit in the official Quest case anymore, so keep that in mind. Total price so far, $620. Now we got the VR cover. I personally like having the thin foam pleather on my face over the stock facial interface that soaks up sweat that comes with most headsets. Plus, I show a lot of people VR on my Quest. That's its primary purpose for me. And being able to be that much more sanitary is a big deal to me. If the Quest gets sweaty, I just wipe it off with a sanitary wipe, versus the next user having to deal with the wet sponge on their face. Plus, if you buy the slim foam pads like the one that I prefer, then your FOV or field of view will actually increase by a little bit because your face is brought just a little closer to the displays. I haven't noticed any comfort problems in particular with using the Deluxe audio strap and slim pad, but like I said, FOV increase, it's more sanitary, and I personally like the feeling of pleather on my face over cloth. This shoots the price up another $50 though. $20 for the slim pads and $30 for the whole VR cover kit. $670 now. So this is the one that I'm kinda most excited about. The Rebuff Reality Quest battery pack, called the VRPower. The VRPower does two jobs at the same time. One, obviously it's a battery bank. On a full charge between the Quest and VRPower, you could expect about 8 hours of usage, more than doubling the Quest stock battery power. On the other side, having the sorta heavy VRPower on the back of the headset almost totally fixes the uncomfortable front heaviness that comes with the stock Quest. Even with a Deluxe audio strap, the Quest can still feel out of balance and front heavy, and honestly hurt your face. And this does solve most of that. Really, the VRPower is not meant to be compatible with the Deluxe audio strap. It's meant to fit perfectly on a stock Quest, but you can get it to work if you rig up small pieces of Velcro for the front attachment point. The whole setup is pretty nice, to be honest. Your cables are routed through a cable saver type holder, and everything is kept nice and tidy. You can just keep it attached at all times, charging the Quest and the battery bank at the same time due to the inlet and outlet power cords built in. If you're looking for a pretty cheap, massive upgrade for the comfort, length of time you could use the Quest, and overall just an improvement of the usability, this one's actually a really good one. A little less important of an accessory from the same company, Rebuff Reality, is this clear cover for the Quest that protects the entire front of the headset from bangs and scratches. At first I thought, well, that's cool, I guess, but how many times do I really headbutt the wall, and do I really need to spend extra money on something to cover the outside of my Quest? But surprisingly, this little protector does a lot more than just protect from visual scratches or bangs. It also protects the cameras, obviously, because, well, if you scratch up the cameras on the Quest, then there goes your tracking. Like, seriously, if it's gone, then they can't see and you can't be tracked. But more interestingly, the material on the VR shell is a thermoplastic that disperses the heat built up by the Quest batteries and processor. You'll know that the Quest can get hot after a while, especially if you're playing it for the 8 hours that you're going to be able to with the VRPower. So at least according to Rebuff Reality, this thermoplastic does help with the heat problem. Even if it's 5 or 10%, which I certainly don't have those numbers available, the protection on top of the added benefit of a cooler headset makes this seem like a pretty interesting accessory. Total between the VRPower and VR shell, we're looking at $40 for the shell and $60 for the custom battery bank, bringing our total to $770. Now, we gotta look at the controllers and the fantastic and cheap Quest/Rift S Mamut Grips. These things serve a multi-purpose as well, and honestly just make the touch controllers more of a pleasure to use. I have admittedly beefy hands, so the Mamut Grips just extend the grip enough that the controllers feel more comfortable to hold for long periods of time. Also, there's a strap along the front that mimics the index controller hand strap, allowing you to completely let go of the controllers, which just overall makes using them a nicer experience. Plus, the whole issue of the touch controller's battery cover flying off becomes a non-issue because the Mamut Grips completely cover the battery cover. All in all, for the price, this is one thing that I could easily recommend to people, especially if you have long or large hands. The grips run us an extra $30, and the new total is $800. Finally, we have one thing that I don't actually have here, but I did already pay for it, and that's the official Quest link. So many people will say that there are alternatives to the official $80 cable from Oculus that allows you to play PC games on your Quest almost flawlessly. But after being on my second Party Link cable after the first one broke, and I've tried a number of other cables, I caved and bought the official Quest link from Oculus. So far, everyone has stated that it works great and without all the random issues I had with the Party Link, plus it's longer and a bit more durable. The cable itself is a fiber optic USB 3 cable that apparently works far better, and for the long term, it's technically cheaper than its competitors if you have to buy 3 or 4 of them. And I would have mine, but I put my money down and I've pretty much been put on a wait list, as the cable itself is now unavailable on the Oculus website, really only available from scalpers, and I've already paid my money. I put this in as part of the video because so far on cables and replacement cables, I've spent more more than the $80 it costs for an official link, and all of my other ones have broken except for my most recent party link. Unfortunately, it seems that this is one of those cases of a buy once, cry once, because I bought cheap and now I'm buying twice, or 4 times. So for the link cable, it's a no-brainer since it expands the usage of your headset drastically, and now our total is $880. Now, if you include tax, which is 8% where I'm at, we're looking at $950 for a Quest. That's $50 cheaper than the entire index kit before tax. And that's how I somehow was able to turn a Quest into a headset that is more expensive than the Cosmos Elite and nearly as pricey as the Index. I think this serves as a double reminder here. Even though the Quest is so cheap relatively, there are certainly ways that the price could easily and quickly skyrocket for no reason other than to make up for the reasons that it is cheap. As much as I love the Quest, there are a lot of ways it can be improved, and the only option is to pretty much go third party. I definitely don't recommend literally anyone to go this route and go this crazy. I know that if I didn't buy some of these specifically for testing purposes, or if I wasn't sent some of these, there's no way I would have actually spent nearly $1,000 on a pimped out Quest. But hopefully, if you do have a Quest and you're looking for some easy ways to improve it, and you have certain problems that you don't like, then you were able to see the solutions that you're looking for. Full disclosure, I was sent the VR cover and VRPower, but everything else was bought with my own money, and I was under zero obligation to make a video or talk about anything here. This was more of an experiment to see just how ridiculous I could get the Quest to be, both in accessories and price, and I think we got it there. Also, I didn't include the price of the PC here because that would quickly and easily get ridiculous, and could tack on an extra $3,000 if I really wanted to go crazy with it, and that just doesn't make sense for the purpose of this video. I also will have links in the description to Amazon and VR cover that are affiliate links, but you certainly don't have to use them. All it does is give me a kickback on a product that I recommend through my time using them, but like I said, absolute zero obligation. You can use your own links if you want. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed me exploring the XS Quest. Truly a headset that is only here because of ridiculousness and capitalism. But I do gotta say that the end product is comfortable, has great battery life, is PC and standalone, has good audio, but is it as good as the Index for the price? No. No, it isn't. Is it as good as the Cosmos Elite? Maybe. Maybe even better in some ways. Just you don't have the expandability of using Steam VR tracking solutions, which is the biggest reason why you would even get a Cosmos at this point. You know, because we just love throwing money at VR, you know, buying full body trackers and all these other peripherals. Anyways, I just want to thank all of my Patreon supporters, especially my Omegas like Exit, Very Evil Shadow, and Zimph. I literally couldn't be doing any of this without you. Don't forget to like this video if you loved it, subscribe if you want more of this, and hit that freaking bell if you just can't live without it. Much love, Thrill out.